So my very first piece that I can remember, I was 3 years old. I copied a drawing from a coloring book, a Smurfs coloring book. I drew Gargamel, right? And my mom was in the kitchen cooking. And I remember taking it in there like, Mom, look what I just did. Cause I probably was amazed. I was 3, like, damn, this looks just like this nigga. Like, yeah, right? Yeah, right. I took it into her, she didn't believe me. She thought I traced it. So she sat me down and she made me redraw it in front of her. It hurt my feelings. It hurt my spirit.
Right.
But it did not discourage me from my way. Like, cause she was a believer after that.
I'm
sure. And my biggest support ever since. They let me paint on my walls.
Yeah. At that point,
No, that took some time. I think I was like 11, 12 when they finally let me start painting on and it was limited to my bedroom.
Of course, right.
Yeah, like you can't be doing this shit all over the kitchen and stuff. You got to do it in your room. Right. Like even after we moved out and I was in Cali and stuff and she was repainting the house. When she repainted my room, she kept like 2 things because I think I drew Chris from like the chocolate Chris from Criss Cross.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So she kept his face and then like Tasmanian Devil, like she had the painter like paint around him too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's dope.
Do you have like a favorite style of painting or thing that you like to paint?
I am a figurative painter. I like to paint humans. Right. It's interesting because I've been struggling with my new series because it's not a struggle, it's a challenge. Because I'm so used to painting like faces, hands, anything having to do with the body. But now I'm introducing all of these African fabrics and textures and patterns. It's so much more tedious. Because you can really make shit up when you just paint a big face. Especially like a big face, you can really make it up. You can make that shit. But like something that has to be so exact. And then I'm painting them like on stuff. So even like, and a lot of the times, even if I take a reference photo, the reference photo is going to be like you in your gray shirt, right? But now I want to add this texture to it. So I'm really kind of making it up as I go along. To like, it's one thing to convince my eye, but to convince like a viewer's eye is a whole different beast.
That's true. And I think and correct me if I'm wrong, but like it just kind of adds to the soul.
It does. It does.
It's almost in motion.
It is.
You know, so.
Yeah, whereas I was finding that before when I painted faces, like through the eyes. Eyes tell stories, all of that. But with fabrics and stuff, like most of these fabrics and indigenous symbols, they mean something already. So to be able to tell that story like on a body, on a couch, on or whatever I'm painting it on is a whole different level. When I moved home from LA, 2011, my goal was never to have an employer ever again, right? So I was painting on clothes and that was my business. And it became a business because I was painting on my own clothes because I was cheap and didn't want to buy new stuff. So I just revamped my stuff. But when people see you with stuff, they want the same stuff. That's how it works. So that was my business. I was in several boutiques around the city, like a boutique down in Atlanta, and then I would have pop-ups in different cities and stuff. If that was my business. Right. And once I started painting murals, I'm a muralist. Sorry, people, you can't have any more clothes out of me.
Do those pay more? I'm sure.
Can I cuss on this?
Hell yeah.
Fuck yes.
Okay, all right.
The money is better and it's absolute because people come to me. Yeah. It's not just, oh, I'm drawing this out, I'm painting on this garment. A, I hope you can fit it. B, I hope you don't mess up my image when you fit it.
That's right. With the puffy cheeks.
Can you afford it? And not even can you afford it, are you willing to pay for it? Because people pay for what they want, right? So retail is a whole different ball game, and I'm glad I'm no longer a part of it because I really just wanted to create. That's it.
Anyway,
you know.
Let me create.
Exactly. So yeah. So I moved to LA after a terrible fucking breakup with a company and a man first and a company, but they came simultaneously because we worked together, and I just could not be here anymore. And I already had like I had a plan, but I was trying to move out there with him. It's kind of crazy how that shit worked out. To sell a cartoon. But I had, I'm an illustrator. I drew characters. We had came up with a story. This other coworker of ours, who's a writer. And I thought that I could literally walk into an office. If I had a connection to like ABC Cartoon Network, I can literally walk in with this book, characters and stories, and buy my shit, and I can walk out.
Boom, life change.
No, that's not how that shit works. Because especially now at that age or at my age, I'm analog and digital.
Right.
So I'm overdoing that overlap. So by the time I came into the game or was trying to approach the game, digital, they expect to see something moving. Fuck your characters. Where's the trailer?
Wow.
Animated. Something like that. They want to see a product already.
Now what's that process?
I don't even know because I wasn't interested.
Yeah, right.
I said, oh, okay, this ain't for me.
Right, because this is what I do. Do you have a favorite piece?
My favorite the pieces always are the last thing that I create.
All right, I think that speaks to your skill too. Like
Yeah. Because honestly, it's a few pieces even in here. No, it's one piece in here that I'm gonna revamp to show again. And I only painted it 2 years ago.
Okay.
But I am I have moved in droves past what I was painting like 2 years. It's crazy.
Yeah. The progression.
The progression is real. Like the more you do something, the better you will get. It is inevitable. I don't want somebody anymore because I started off a commercial artist. I was an illustrator. And really the difference between an illustrator and a fine artist, which I am now, is creating your own narrative. Like illustration is somebody paying you, giving you a check to tell their stories. Fine art is telling your own stories and then hoping somebody will give you a check. Right, exactly. It's a crapshoot, but it's to me, it's more rewarding.
Totally.
Whether you make the money or not.
Mm-hmm. That's right. It'll live forever.
It will. Right. It will.
What inspires you? I know we have those times of blockage. You know what I mean?
So, unfortunately, what has inspired the body of work, not even as of late, as of the last few years, what expanded my whole artistic experience, because I think really what I've also discovered was when you are born an artist, or even if you find it later, I think we're always in search of our why. And I say this often. This is not the first time I said it. And what I mean by our why is, what is my why? Not just the what. Like, can I paint? Sure, that's the what. But what are you painting is the why. And I found my why in a fucked up way. It was late at night. We were about to go to bed, and I'm looking at my phone, looking at Facebook, and one of the videos of the young lady who had got attacked by that cop down in Texas outside of that pool party. And Lamar said, don't look at that. Wait till tomorrow. We don't be listening to y'all. We don't even hear y'all. What? I'm pressing play. It's right here.
You think I don't know?
And it destroyed me. It fucking destroyed me. Just the dominance, the pulling, the grabbing of the hair, the disrespect. But what fucked me up most was not just her attack. It was the people standing around.
Right.
That changed the whole trajectory of my work, of my being.
Sure.
So from that, it was that. It was a young lady in the classroom that got by the cop, and her black male teacher, all of her black male students, everybody just looking at her because she wouldn't put her fucking phone away.
I remember that too, though.
And then Sandra Bland. Who's going to speak for us? Who's going to showcase us? Who's going to... We got to do it. Yeah, because no, I don't even have children. I don't have children.
Yeah.
But I'm her. I was a 14-year-old that didn't like authority, talking to me crazy, especially if I wasn't doing shit wrong. Then I ain't going to cuss you out. I'm going to go off on you because, you know, like I could have been her easily.
Do you cry a lot? Or do you
Yeah,
cry?
I'm Cancer.
Cry easily?
Yes, I'm sensitive. I'm such a Cancer.
My
Jesus.
daughter is a Cancer.
Oh my God, so you already know the turmoil that our souls...
So what just happened? Everything was good.
Right. I know.
Before we kind of wrap up, what does art mean to you?
Art, I know it's going to sound like a cliche. Art is life. Everything we do, everything we touch, everything we see, everything we feel, everything we smell, all of that is art. All of it. Like, I tell students, because a lot of, you know, we still are in a, you know, being an artist is kind of like a social economic thing. That's what people look at it as. They don't look at it as a real job. But they're not acknowledging that every piece of their being, they're wearing someone's art. Someone drew it out. Someone created this. Someone built this. You're driving art. And that's at least 10 different artists. I'm not normal. Like, artists aren't normal. Meaning, we literally put ourselves out there. Every portrait, I don't care who I'm painting, is a self-portrait. And if you are a person who constantly, like, your job is to put yourself out there, you can't give a fuck about what people think about you.
And the more you
or you can't, or of course you care, because of course I'm sensitive as shit.
Exactly.
I care, but I can't give a fuck.
Is it anything that you just want to leave with that you want people to know?
I always say be dope every day, but that's too broad, right? I want people, what I want people to leave with is not just work hard, but work smart. Always strive to get better. You're never the best. If you feel like you're the best and that you reached your peak, you ain't going high enough. You need to look at another mountain. Or maybe you need to start looking at the stars. You ain't there yet. Artists don't retire, we die.